What is up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health, fitness, social well-being. And right now, guys, part 5, the final part of answering all your questions, along with the announcement of the winner of the Pump Chasers item giveaway. So, let's get right into it.
I am the greatest.
Someone with power! Someone with power! Someone with dash! Someone with power!
Alright, so, Juliusaurus Rex asks, what workouts would you say best helped you develop the width of your back, thickness of lower lats, and your bicep peaks? Also, how many days a week would you suggest one should bench? Man, alright, so you got 2 questions for me. Alright, so, to answer the first question, in terms of what workouts would I say help develop the width of your back, thickness of lower lats, bicep peaks, that's easily going to be, guys, weighted pull-ups, weighted chin-ups, like some variation thereof, first and foremost. And then honestly, deadlifts. Like, I feel like if someone with correct form, just does those 2 exercises, their backs are going to be thick, going to be wide, going to be strong, going to be solid. But of course, as far as since it looks like you're just asking workout in general, I would suggest a workout where you're getting in at least deadlifts, 2 pulling motions, and 2 rowing motions. So, deadlifts, weighted pull-ups, lat pull downs, and then your 2 rowing motions can literally be any type of row you want. I definitely was just having at least 1 barbell row in there, so pin lay row or bend over barbell rows, and then maybe some type of machine row, whether it's like cable or plate loaded machine, something like that. As for how many days a week would I suggest one bench, depends on how much you want to prioritize it. I think any movement you want to progress on, you should be doing at least twice a week, and if you really want to emphasize and put focus on it, 3 times a week. All right. Jack.3 asks, what is a good rep range to add strength weekly for a person that has been lifting for about 6 months? All right, guys, so understand this. The rep range doesn't matter that much in terms of strength. People understand getting stronger, there's different types of strength. There's your 1 rep max. There's, I can move this weight for 10 reps. Now I can move it for 12 reps. There's, so there's different variables in terms of strength. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you're really just focused on trying to move the most weight possible, then you're going to want to work with a lower rep range, things like sets of 3, sets of 5, just because those are really going to help you with moving more weight more effectively. And then if you're more on the higher end, where you want to just be able to move a certain amount of weight for as many reps as possible for a good amount of reps, then maybe work anywhere between 8 to 10 reps. I suggest doing both. You guys know I'm big on concurrent training, so have a day where you're focused with maybe 5 sets of 3, sets of 5, and another day we're doing 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, something of that nature. All right, M_Brock asks, a second question because I really want to know your opinion on this. Are deload weeks necessary? I work out 6 to 7 days a week. Do I need to take a week off every once in a while? So it just depends, guys. For example, I myself, whenever it comes to a powerlifting meet, I'm always going to have a deload week before, a week or 2 out before the meet, just so I can be really fresh to hit those numbers. But if you're somebody who's on, say just a linear progression type program, and you're just moving up gradually and everything's moving correctly, you may not need to deload. If you're someone that's on a percentage-based program though, and you get to a certain point where most percentage-based programs have you do some type of deload at some point anyway, or drop your percentages down quite a bit, that's kind of what your deload is. But as far as having a week off or a deload week, it just depends on you. If you get to the point where you're just feeling tired, worn out, burnt out, really stagnant, then maybe a deload week would be good for you. But if you're just progressing at a nice steady rate that you want to, then it's not like it's necessary to have every so-and-so weeks I take a deload week. It kind of just depends on what you're feeling. I can honestly say outside of powerlifting, I don't really take deload weeks myself. All right, Pose-It72 asks, how can I increase my pull-up game in a short period of time? I've gained some weight, fat, and can only do around 4 or 5 pull-ups now, thanks. Do them daily, man. When it comes to body weight exercises, whether it's push-ups, pull-ups, dips, whatever, so long as it's just your body weight, you can do those daily, and it's not going to hinder your recovery really for your major movements with weights like bench, squat, deadlift, etc. In fact, if anything, it's probably just going to help you because you're going to get a little bit more volume in terms of total weekly volume from doing pull-ups daily, as well as the fact that keep in mind that you're going to be able to, it's going to help you with those muscle groups like your back, your biceps are going to be a little bit stronger. You're going to have healthier joints just because of the way that calisthenics work, where we're moving our body through space versus just moving weight through space. So yeah, just start doing them daily, man. Like even if you just do one set every day of as many as you can, always try to get one extra rep. Or if you go in structured and you do 3 sets of as many as you can, you always try to progress on that. But just start doing them daily, or at least every other day, and I guarantee you your pull-ups will start going up. All right. Elmas18 asks, what do you think makes powerlifting / bodybuilding, fitness in general, a lot of fun? I'm curious on your opinion. I have mine. For me, man, it's just I like the progression. I like it's literally like an endless video game. Like you're always trying to level up, right? You're always trying to get better, get stronger, improve on this lift, improve this muscle as far as how it looks, get this a little bit bigger, tone this up a little bit, whatever, whatever your goals are. It's just, I like the fact that you can't be stagnant. Like if you're stagnant in weight training or bodybuilding and powerlifting, then like everyone else is gonna pass you up. You're not gonna get where you wanna be. It's one of those things where you have to start and be continuous with it, like in order to see what you want. Now, some people get to the point where maybe they're happy with where they're at and they kind of just maintain, but it still just takes that consistency. So I like that. I like that it helps to teach people like, consistency, responsibility, self-regulation. There's just, man, I could do a whole video over that question. All right. Blair Gomez. First off, I love the videos and your fast responses in the comments. Thank you. So the question, do you think cardio is more essential to a good cut or is diet? Do you need cardio to get good results during cut? Thank you. All right, so I do have a whole video over that. It's called The Truth, Cardio versus Caloric Intake for Burning Fat, and I will link that down below. But a very, very brief answer is cardio was never originally designed for weight loss. It's designed for the, your cardiovascular system's health, the health of your heart, for conditioning, endurance, etc. The best way to lose weight is going to be through controlling your caloric input, because it's calories in versus calories out at the end of the day. If you run a mile, you burn about 100 calories, but you can eat that back easily. It makes more sense just to not eat the calories to begin with than to try to eat a certain amount and try to burn off with cardio. But like I said, I'll leave the link down below. Please check that video out. It's definitely one of my better, well-received ones. It'll definitely break it down and answer your question. All right, Lindsay_529 asks, I know you have personalized programs on your site, but does that include girls programs or do you train girls? All right, so like I said, if you want one of those $20 programs, guys, I don't have a website. You just email me at TheSwolefessor@gmail.com. As to answer the question, yeah, I've made programs for girls. The first program I made was for Alyssa Palisano. She's a pump chaser as well. And then as far as do I train girls, yeah, I definitely have female clients. I think the majority of my clients are women, actually. As far as online training, like I said, I'm doing that with just a couple people right now on a trial basis. Once I make sure the quality's where I want, I'll open it up to more people. But one of them is female Maria, another one of the pump chaser girls. So yeah, I definitely I don't discriminate. All right. Bianca_gain, shout out to you, Bianca. Ask, did you always have a passion for fitness growing up? Not necessarily. So like I said, growing up I was very quiet, introverted, kept to myself. I liked reading, movies, video games, all the cool, fun, nerdy stuff that I still enjoy today. But I was always physically active. I like going outside, riding my bike, playing tag, everything like that. But as far as just health, fitness, working out, didn't really care. I got into that, as I've mentioned in, I think one of the second to last Q&A. My dad got me started with calisthenics just to give me kind of structure as far as exercising and to give me more structure with being active and stuff like that, so I would never blow off being physically active. And at first I didn't like it much at all, just because it's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good, right? But the more I did it, it became sort of just like a habit. You know what I'm saying? I just did have a habit. But then the more I got into it, the more I started reading and researching and just seeing everything that goes into it, I definitely developed a passion for it, obviously, right? I'm doing a whole YouTube channel over it, so I definitely developed a passion for it over time. As far as just where I'm at now, as far as training and stuff like that, I'll do a whole separate video for that. Like I said, I plan to eventually do a video over how I got into it and what led to what at some point. All right, D33Rec asks, what's good, TheSwolefessor? What's good, D33Rec? What is your main goal / dream that you are working towards? All right, so that's kind of a tough question, man. So here's the thing. I have different goals in life, right? Different things that I want to do, like, you know, I want to get my certification as a strength conditioning specialist. I'd like to maybe one day in the future own my own gym. I want to be able to keep growing, you know, my clientele, YouTube, reaching, impacting more people. But the reality is, man, I don't just have one main goal, you know, like one, like, I'll be honest, like when I was younger, I used to think of things in terms of like, you know, like, oh, everyone's got like a destiny, you know, like just one huge thing they're supposed to do. But man, what I've realized for myself is that, and you guys have heard me say this before, right? And I really do mean it when I say I set goals just to give me a direction, to give me, you know, something to work towards. I'm really about just enjoying the process of life, of living, of growing, of progressing, of moving forward. Whether it's, you know, I just want to be learning more every day, getting stronger, getting better, doing more, you know, at something. That's kind of what my life's kind of about. That's what I want to do, and I want to help others do the same. You know, just grow and learn more about myself, others, impact each other, and just continue that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like when I set a goal and I reach it, then I immediately try to set another one just to keep me going. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have just one huge main goal or dream, if that makes sense. All right. King Zakalov, how often should you change your routine? I realize I haven't been sticking to lists consistently enough, so they've fallen behind. First off, man, shout out to you. You've been watching me pretty much since like day one, I'm pretty sure. So thank you for that, man. Greatly appreciate the support. I'm gonna leave a video down below, which since you've been following me since day one, you may or may not have seen it, but I'll leave it in the description down below, basically explaining, like, you know, why you don't want to program hop and like the importance of being consistent with the programming your movements. To answer your question though, you don't really ever have to change your routine. It kind of depends upon what your goals are, and I don't mean like bulking or cutting. Like some people feel like, okay, I'm not bulking more, I'm cutting, so I have to completely change my routine. Not so, guys. I'm not talking about in terms of like your body composition goals. I'm talking like if you're someone where, let's say you've been training like more on the high rep range for bodybuilding, right? Then you decide that you want to maybe do a powerlifting meet. Obviously, you're going to change your program to something more geared towards strength and powerlifting. Or let's say you've been focusing on the overhead press and you decide that now you really want to focus on getting your squat numbers up. So things like that, variables like that may change. You may even be swapping in some exercise movements every now and then in terms of just like you know, like maybe you're tired of doing just dumbbell hammer curls, so you throw in some rope cable curls or barbell curls. Like, you know, switching movements in like that every now and then, every few months is fine, but for the most part you want to have some consistency, especially with your big compound movements, because once again, as you all know if you've been watching for a while, progressive overload is the end-all be-all factor of everything. If you want to get stronger, if you want to change your body in any type of way, shape, or form, it's going to require progressive overload. You can't really do that if your body's constantly having to get used to the motor patterns of new movements because you keep switching things in and out. So, all right, let's see. Key Masabi asks, what are some good cardio options for someone with an injured leg? Anything that's going to get your heart rate up, man. Like literally anything. You can just do, if you just do push-ups, and you can do something like, you know, like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. You can do, you can like, if you're able to still stand on that leg, you can like box on a bag. And it even had like some of those machines. I know in some gyms where like your legs are strapped up, but like you're just doing like almost like a rowing biking movement with your arms. I'm not sure what those machines are called, but anything that's going to get your heart rate up, man, that doesn't involve your legs, you can do for cardio. All right, Young Jeezy and the Heezy ask, what are the 3 main reasons you think The Weeknd is better than Chance the Rapper? I've never said or even remotely mentioned The Weeknd or Chance the Rapper, actually, like ever on this channel. I do prefer The Weeknd though. I'll be honest. Jerron kind of got me kind of hooked on The Weeknd, so I will say that. Anyway, and the final question. Matador Dad for Life asks, do you have a certain time of day where you benefit more for your workouts? I'm not sure if you're asking like personally or just in general, man, but I will tell you that for the most part, it's kind of just like what I mentioned in the past Q&A about meal timing. It's all about what's convenient for you. It's all about what's best for you mentally, psychologically. If you enjoy working out early in the morning, work out in the morning. You like working out midday, work out midday. If you like working out in the evening or at nighttime, work out in the evening at nighttime. It pretty much just kind of depends on what's best for you. I myself personally, I prefer working out more, you know, midday or like evening. Like I usually end up working out like 5 p.m. or after if I can. There are some physiological benefits to that in the sense of like, you know, if you work out later in the day, then more than likely your cortisol levels, cortisol is a hormone that has a lot to do with stress, has gone down, which can be good. But at the same time, a lot of people's testosterone levels are pretty high when they first wake up. So I mean, it just depends on you, man. At the end of the day, don't overthink it. Just get it in when you can get it in. Whatever's most convenient for you. All right, guys. So that is it for all of the questions. There was over 70. I think it was about like 74 questions, give or take. Anyway, the time you've all been waiting for, the big announcement. The winner of the Pump Chasers item giveaway is Juliosaurus Rex. And the way I picked the winner, guys, was simply I just took all of you, gave you each a number, put you in a randomizer, and just had it picked for me because, you know, there's so many good questions and I wasn't going to be biased based off, oh, I really like this question. You know, I want to just keep it fair, equal, everything like that. So yeah, Juliosaurus Rex, go ahead and shoot me a message on Instagram and I can talk to you about exactly how it's going to work with the item of your choice giveaway. Greatly appreciate all of you who sent your questions in. I know it's been, you know, just nothing but questions this entire week, but I really do hope the majority of you benefited from me doing this, benefited from the answers, learned a little bit of something. And guys, all I can tell you is, like I said, after my meet, which is tomorrow, things are gonna like start picking back up with the informative content, tutorials, just, you know, I'm gonna take you guys with me with the new program I'm gonna be running, and just really trying to, you know, show you guys more things that are gonna really help you and benefit you with your personal fitness journeys in the long run. Like I said, guys, at the end of the day, this channel isn't really about me, it's about you guys, it's about the viewers, and it's about helping and benefit you guys in any way that I can. So I greatly appreciate all of you. If you enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below, let me know that you did. If you did not enjoy the video, leave a comment down below, let me know what I can do to get better. Like the video, share, subscribe, keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch y'all later.
I am the greatest.
Someone look color. Someone look color.